future teachers, specifically how to implement technology into the classroom. Although our teacher education students are required to take an entire course on diversity in the classroom, it seems I implement inclusion and diversity more than I realized. Two principles that I incorporate into my teaching practice are create a hospitable and accountable community and listen deeply. Create a hospitable and accountable community. One of the things that they do is a first project which is called a Who Am I? And they show a slideshow where they will share with their newly formed teams that ask them to identify happy and sad pictures, languages spoken, places they've been, mentors who have encouraged them, and to address more deeply one of the principles that speaks to them. Team members take turns sharing their slideshow, finding out how similar they are, and begin to make connections and form relationships, key to a positive team experience. This kind of slideshow is something that they are encouraged to show their future classroom, all about who they are, creating a hospitable and welcoming classroom. One of the highlights of my course is the service learning component built into the curriculum, where each student gives 10 hours of themselves serving a need of one of our local partner schools and observing great teachers using technology in the classroom. Many students choose to go to United Cerebral Palsy of Central Florida, where they interact with young students of differing abilities and get to experience an inclusive classroom. Teams of students prepare a final presentation where they address some of their experiences. One of the specific areas I ask students to share is how they witnessed a teacher practicing one of the 13 principles. This allows students to see firsthand how these principles are in play all around us and especially in the classroom. One semester, pretty much the entire class said I needed to practice listen deeply more. For a professor to show the vulnerability was challenging, but it was very key to my students. It gave them a chance to see that I'm not perfect, I don't know everything, and I am open to their suggestions. I wanted them to see I was serious about feedback and how much I use it to inform my teaching. They will be teachers one day and will need to know the importance of giving feedback to students and receiving it from them. I reflected on their suggestions and I made changes to my course the very next semester. They commented that sometimes I didn't let students finish their thoughts before I interrupted and finish it for them. I'm still working on this as there never seems to be enough time to get through everything. I just have to remind myself that content is not more important than the student.